All right, so we've got quite a bit on our plates. I've lived on the road for 8 months now. 8 months, and I'm not bored of it yet. I still want to do this for as long as I possibly can. Through this time, it's definitely been a learning process of becoming minimalistic. When I lived in a stationary home, I couldn't help but just keep up with everyone else around me. I live in Portland, Oregon, and if you know anything about Portland, you know that a lot of big brands are located there. Everyone there is always wearing the next best thing. So naturally, I'm looking around at everybody thinking, I need those pair of shoes, I need that sweater, I need that shirt, I need all of it. So I did my best to get as much as I possibly could, which is silly. It left me with bags and bags and bags of clothes, buckets and buckets and buckets of just things. And moving into my van, I had to eliminate all of it. It was bittersweet. It felt really good to just take all of that weight off my shoulders, but then at the same time, I was always filled with doubt. I kept thinking, what if I need that? What if I like that again? What if? There are so many reasons why I want to hold on to things. And if I'm gonna be totally honest, there have been moments where I got rid of something thinking, I haven't used this in a year. I don't see myself using this in the future. I don't need it now. I'll just get rid of it. If I need it again, I'll go ahead and buy it. And I always end up needing it again. Also, if you're anything like me, a lot of things that are out of sight don't exist. So I end up with 10 of the same thing. Anyway, needless to say, I have come a long stinking way. Today, what we are going to do is go through another purge. In fact, there are probably things in here I don't even realize exist. So in this video, we're gonna go through everything. And we're gonna separate things from stuff that I want, some stuff that I might want, stuff that I really need to get rid of. So we're gonna spend the day becoming even more of a minimalist. A micro-mist, some might say. Just kidding, I am nowhere close to being a micro-mist. That's not even a word. Also, I think we need to workshop that word. Can I just say, I think I found the perfect spot to do this. There are unfortunately a lot of flies, and I notice them at night when I close my door and they're just swarming everywhere. I spend most of the night whacking them. I wake up in the morning and there's dead bodies everywhere. There aren't any other bugs here that would really slow me down. So anyway, with that said, if you're anything like me, and I know a lot of you are, ADHD, you need to make a list. You need to make a list of everything you need to do so that you have something to go back to and you stay on task. I promise you. I am gonna be distracted so many times today. Let's just assume that this is gonna take me 2 or 3 days to do. Let's see. Wow, I have a bunch of random lists in here. I wonder if I actually fulfilled any of them. You know what, I'm gonna go from the back so that I can find it later. Remove, organize, put away. Simple as that. Also, I got this in Bali. It's so crazy how something as simple as a notebook, I could not find anywhere when I was in Bali. I spent an entire day looking for a notebook and paper. Sorry, that's the same thing. Looking for a notebook and a pen. I didn't get this pen there. What's also cool is that is something I can do as a solo traveler. If I want to spend the entire day looking for a gosh darn notebook, I can do that. I can do that. And you can too. Spend the whole day looking for one of these guys. They kissed. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, I think I've come up with a couple more steps. This whole area is sandy and dirty and sandy, so I'm gonna lay out this tarp and a couple blankets to throw all my things on. And I think I'm gonna set up my tent. Yeah, the tent with the giant hole in it. I'm gonna do that so that I can throw things in there, or if at any point I get analysis paralysis and I need to quit for the rest of the day, I can just throw it all in there instead of throwing it all back in here. So that's what we're gonna do. Also, I feel like really disgusting because I look inside my van, there are flies everywhere. Ugh. Come here, buddy. Toby's really good at predicting where to get in the way. Which side? Let's do this side. Look what I found. This is my favorite protein bar in all of the lands of protein bars. It tastes like a Nutter Butter. I should have added this to the list, but I need to clean this up. Oh man, my shoes got this dirty again. I almost forgot something. Yeah, when I built the boxes around my wheel well, I didn't want to waste the space, so I made it so I can open this. And yes, there are things inside. There's literally an entire lake here, and this guy chooses to fish so close to me. He was like right in front for a while, but I was hiding in here. But look, all of this. There he is, but he was over here. Can anyone ever get any privacy ever? Is it possible? Is it possible? I don't know. For some reason, people, when there's so much space, they choose to be right next to you. Look at you. And this is everything in my garage. This guy is still staring at me. My goal here is to get rid of half of it. That's right, half of it. I want to have only one of these boxes in the back. Before we get started, I need to set up that tent. Here it is. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. Oh my goodness, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Okay, I think I'm done for the day. I'm just kidding, I can't give up that easily. Let's get going. How do I do this? Oh, I got an idea. How about I dump everything that's out of these boxes, throw it in the tent, and then each box can be a keep and not keep, and then leaving stuff in the tent are let's check back on that later. Good thinking, guys. What would I do without you? Filming actually helped a lot with my van building journey because talking things out and saying things out loud just really helps speed things along and gets my critical thinking going, and yeah, so start talking to yourself basically is the moral of this story. I wonder how many bugs are gonna end up living in all of my things after this. All right, here's my backpack, bear box. Oh, would you look at this? Ugh, I forgot I had this. It's a 2-burner stove that I have only used twice in my life. Why do I have this? Oh, I know why I have this. My first van. I wanted a stove when I got my first van, so I picked this up. But if I'm gonna be honest, I'm like afraid of fire. This one requires you to like let the gas go and then light it. I'm afraid of that. Also, it doesn't fit, it's just too big. The one I have is a 1-burner stove and it fits perfectly on my counter area. The one I have has a quick start, so probably gonna give that one away. Cool, she's empty. All of that fit in there. Hey buddy, you wanna be a part of this? All right, but if you wanna be a part of this, you gotta not distract me. You can't distract me. Oh, you wanna go in there? Whatever. Don't think I need this. But going in there. I have some clothes. Oh my goodness. Okay, box number 2 is empty. Yeah, this will be the keep box and this will be the get rid of box. Toby's inside the tent and he's just passed out. Oh, buddy. Oh, you see that? His little art piece right there? Yeah, you did that. Tumbled the entire van over. He's coming back. I see him. And I know he can hear me because I can hear people across the lake. Everything echoes. Be a guard dog, bud. Ugh. Always gotta be so
I just hooked a huge bass right here.
Oh, there's bass here?
Huge. I just hooked one that was like 6 pounds.
Really?
There. Like that's how I was whooping and hollering.
I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a lot of flies and the occasional bee buzzing around here. So we're gonna do this quick. Okay, all of this has my climbing gear, so we're gonna keep that. Do I need this? Do you want this, Toby? Okay, this is my winter jacket, holding onto that. Can't believe it's already full. Now for books. So here are the books I currently have. Actually, these aren't all the books. I have books up front as well. This is my favorite book ever because it really helped me out when I was in a really, really rough place. This is my favorite book too. I'll probably hold on to that. I've read this. I don't need to read it again. Same with this one. I bought this and I haven't read it yet, so I'll hold on to that. 101 Essays That Will Change the Way You Think. I could hold on to that. The Elements of Moral Philosophy. I think I want to hold on to that too. More books. Camp Free in Mount Hood. Look, I have a little piece of advice, and I probably will dedicate an entire video to this topic of how I find parking and what have you, but as we all know, there's iOverlander. iOverlander is a very popular tool to use when you're looking for somewhere to stay. These fucking flies. A lot of books have everything, or most things. So this book has almost all the free camping from Mount Hood. It has a map of like every section and then numbers. And then you look at it and it has a description of the spot, how to get there, the coordinates, the type of road, access, all of the things. Well, this one does at least. Some my other books that I have to find free spots don't have this much detail, but yeah, highly recommend doing that because looking for BLM land or BLM maps on the internet, it's really hard, honestly, or maybe I'm just really bad at researching, but I can never find anything that's easy to look at and look through. And these books, man, don't tell anyone though. Oh, did you know that I'm OSHA 10 certified? Yeah, that's right. Sarah is OSHA 10 certified. I don't feel like I'm any closer to where I want to be right now. Also, when I said there were only flies around here, I was mistaken. I'm starting to see wasps and other things, and I'm not having a good time right now. All right, we have moved on to the drawers here. Everything currently in here are things that I'm keeping or looking over again. The bucket of keeps has since been emptied and it's all organized in there. And my bucket of get rid ofs is pretty stinking full right now. Okay, what's in drawer number 1? Oy, puppy. Okay, here are my extra. I'm gonna keep that. My van is just full of flies, and frankly, I just don't think there's anything I can do about it at this point. But I got this thinking I was gonna put actual tile where I have stick and peel. Didn't actually end up doing it. I went ahead and grabbed my tool bag that was in the front seat, and now that we're in the section of tools, I feel like I should bring this along with the journey just to see if I can fit everything in here. So I don't have to use this and I have extra space for other things. Definitely keeping that. I can't do this anymore. I am so exhausted from nothing. I had coffee this morning, I had an energy drink this morning, and yet I am mentally exhausted from doing this. This is just not my thing. I don't like doing it. We want to do this. Let's just change the way we're talking. We want to do this. You know why we want to do this? Because we want to live in a space where it's not super cluttery all the stinking time, okay? We don't want that to be our personality anymore. Although it probably still will be, but that's okay. We've already accepted that part of ourselves, but we can make our lives just a little bit more easier by becoming a little bit more minimalistic. We got mostly everything organized. I got one bucket full of things that I don't want, don't need anymore, and I do not plan on going through that again. Once it's in the bucket, it stays in the bucket. I have another bucket that currently has all my tools in it. So we're gonna go through the tools next to see what I should be keeping, what I don't need to keep, what I should get rid of. And then after that, we are gonna start putting things away in the drawers and in that keep bucket. And once that's done, we're gonna put it all back in the van, the garage. And then we can check off the garage. Wow, it's been a few hours. But in my defense, we did get distracted by the guy in the boat. He was very nice, but also he was really fascinated by my lifestyle. It occurs to me that a lot of people still aren't familiar with van life. I didn't realize that. I just felt like it's pretty popular now. There's a lot of people with vlogs, there's a lot of social media presence of it, but perhaps that's just my algorithm and I see that a lot, and maybe you see that a lot. How new is van life to you? Like the concept of it and just seeing people on the road. Am I your first person that you've come across that lives in a van and travels the US full time? Am I the second person? Am I the top 10? Or am I your 100th person? I'm genuinely curious to see where my audience is. So anyway, I needed this break. Let's see if we could fit everything in here. That would be the ideal situation. All right, let's move on to drawer number 2. All right, so drawer number 2 is gonna be the knick-knack paddywhacks. All the random things that I don't have enough of to have its own category. First drawer is gonna be beauty supplies and medical stuff. Are you stuck? You can figure it out. You're a smart boy. Oh, I'm really happy about the results at the moment. Okay, knick-knack paddywhacks. Now you're probably thinking, Sarah, you don't need this. Well, I want it and I'm gonna use it. It's one of those red light masks. I haven't been using it because I forgot that I had it, but I'm definitely gonna be using it now that I found it. It was in one of the buckets, but it's basically just red light therapy, or just light therapy. There's not just red light, there's also blue light and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not gonna get into exactly what each light does for you, but you, ow! Oh my goodness, I need to get out of here. But you can look it up yourself. This is a knick-knack paddywhack. Knick-knack paddywhack. Ooh. This right here are rings. They're really cool, great quality. So I'm probably gonna give them away. This is a dog bowl. Okay, so now the next thing I need to do is fill up this bucket with all the things that I need to store away. It's most likely, well, it is going to be all of my camping gear. So before I do that, I'm gonna have to take my tent down because I want to make sure my tent fits in here as well. So I need to move fast because I'm done with these bugs. I don't want these bugs getting all over my things, even though we know they already have. Oh my God, there's a giant wasp on my bike. Don't go, oh, don't go in the van. Do not go into the van. I want to do this fast. I don't want to be here anymore, you guys. Okay, stop stalling. Let's just do this. It's like, that obviously I don't need right now. Do I need 2? No, but do I want to? Yes. Well, just one step at a time, guys. One step at a time. I'm still debating if I want to keep these. The thing is, if I use these, I would need them in the knick-knack paddywhack drawer so that they're easily accessible. If they're in here, I'll, again, out of sight, out of mind, they don't exist and I'll never use them. And if you don't know what they are, they're workout bands. I should just put it in my gym bag, honestly. I am not a climber, but I do like to climb when I have the opportunity to climb. With that said, I don't need this to be out and about because I don't do it often. I don't do it regularly. So when I do it, I don't think it'll be a huge deal if I have to like pull this out to get it out. You're going in, brother. I love this thing. I've had this since 2015 when I went on my first trip abroad. I know it's bulky, but I always tied it in the back, like on the outside of my bag, and I use it for everything. And it was clutch to have in hostels. This right here is a shoebox that I desperately need to go through, but it doesn't seem like it, or doesn't look like I accomplished a lot because it kind of looks worse than how it was before. So all I need to do right now is get rid of one of those containers. Once that container is gone to Goodwill or wherever donation location I'm able to find, I'll have more space to be able to continue on my becoming more minimalistic journey. So let's tidy up and get out of here. You missed the massacre. Don't worry, I spared you. Look how sweaty I am. That's how you know I did some work on those dang flies. So I came in here, got everything in here, like literally everything. I'm not keeping that door open anymore. There was just a swarm of flies in here, holy cow. And I went ham, dude. I took this thing, started swinging it around everywhere. And when it started to get to just a couple of them, took this thing, swung it around everywhere. Don't mess with me, I'm just saying, don't do it. Anyway. It's hot and I'm going to turn on a TV show. I've actually been rewatching Pretty Little Liars. Oh my gosh, there's more, and trying to figure out how to clean this up. I'm also gonna change this outfit because this is cute, but it's not breathable. I mean, look at me. It's not breathable. I was gonna go through my clothes another time, but we're here, might as well do it. Anymore. Well, last night was absolutely miserable. That was my third night here. First 2 nights, I got like the big flies here and there, nothing I couldn't handle. But then this time around, I didn't just get a swarm of those big flies, I got a bunch of little guys. I had a face mask on and a couple of them died on my face, dude. I'm leaving. Ugh, this place was a mistake. It's beautiful, it's stunning. I wanted to stay here another day so I can get a little bit more work done. I can jump in the water, but at this point, it's just not worth it. Okay. All right, so goodbye, beautiful lake. You low-key suck. There's a bunch of flies swarming the front seat right now. I got a couple co-pilots. Go. Shoot. Shoot. Oh, it's working. Wow, there's so many in here. Go. Be with your friends, dude. Did that just work? No. Wow, a lot of them disappeared. I have a couple in the back I see. But like, there was a swarm up here. I think I'm just gonna listen to the same song I've been listening to because that's just how I roll. You make me feel like I never am more. Stop by the gas stop station. Getting gas. $62 for 15.5 gallons. My door hit the pole. There's still a bunch of flies in the back of my van, by the way. I have no other update than I just got gas. Toby decided to join me in the front. Pretty sure I inhaled some flies. I finally made it to the town that I was navigating myself towards, and I got here probably around 2:30. I had every intention to immediately do laundry, to go take a shower at the rec center, but I ended up parking, got in the back, and passed out for a few hours. Yeah, I was dead. And what woke me up were the leftover flies that were flying around in here, but I think most of them are gone now. We have a few little ones here and there, but I feel like in the next few days they'll be gone for as long as I don't go to another campsite that is swarming with them. So I'm gonna be here for the rest of the week because I need to go to Cody, Wyoming later to pick up a package that I sent myself. So yeah, I'm gonna be here until then, and then who knows what will happen next. Maybe I'll go to Montana from there, maybe I'll come back to Jackson, maybe I'll just haul Caboodie to Washington or Oregon, or I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm still sleepy and I need to go to bed. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a good one. See you next week. Bye.